Well, we're back with a little more of change of heart. And this time I'm just going to refer to things about the wake and the funeral. And I don't think I need to be specific about our son's wake and funeral because that's really unique and it's different for every one of us. But there are some things that are the same for every one of us, and they are disgusting. Your child has just died, and you really don't know what hit you. And all of a sudden you have to make plans for the wake and the funeral. And you have to meet with an undertaker. And you have to decide whether to bury your child or burn your child. You have to pick out a coffin or an urn for your child. For your child. And it all costs money. And that is really disgusting to think that you need to pay money to bury your child. You have to pick out where they're going to be buried or if you're going to spread their ashes. And then you have to decide where you're going to have that wake and how many people you think might come. And someone that you don't know is going to tell you how many people they think are going to come to your son's funeral. And then you have to decide, well, do we need a handicapped accessible place? What kind of music? Who's going to do the eulogy? Who's going to read? Am I going to talk? Is my husband going to talk? These are big decisions. And you have to make them fairly quickly after the death, before you even have your head on right. And it's really confusing. And afterward you'll think, oh, I wish I would have done that. I left this out. You have to plan that ceremony. You have to decide where, when, what time, what day. And then they call you up and say, could you bring some clothes to put on your child? Oh, sure. And you think, do I dress him up? Do I put him in a suit and tie? He never wore a suit and tie. Do I just put him in his jeans and his favorite t-shirt? And that's what we decided to do, and I made a couple of mistakes that day. One was that I brought some tighty-whities along, and his brothers insisted that that was not cool. And so he ended up being buried, as they call, freeballing. That produced a few laughs, but it was still really, really hard. And then we also made the decision to have him be a donor. And that we said anything that was usable could be taken. So when I brought the t-shirt that said, follow your bliss, it wasn't enough. He needed a sweatshirt over his arms because they had taken his skin. And then I had to think about the fact that some human being in this world actually removed my child's skin, my child's eyeballs, whatever else they could take. That was a tough one for me. That took a while to get over. Anyway, all of these are hard decisions that have to be made at a time when you're super stressed out. And the thing that just kills me, and I will never forget this, is 90% of the people that I would see during the day would say, how are you? How are you doing? What did they expect me to answer?